Hey guys, and welcome to Chapter 5, Lesson 5. Today we're going to be talking about inverse operations. Now, this is like one of my all-time favorite things to talk about, so you guys just get ready for this. So you've learned how division and multiplication are related. Operations that are related are inverse operations because they undo each other. Right? So when we were drawing our maps there, our fact families, right? We could do 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 2 equals 6. And then if we were to undo it, we could say, well, if I took 6 and I divided it into 2 groups, I'd get 3 in each group. Or if I took 6 and divided it into 3 groups, I'd get 2 in each group. Okay, so because they're related in that way, they are called inverse operations. So addition and subtraction are the same deal. Okay, so let's do some examples here and talk about our friend inverse operations. Example 1 here. A baker has made a tray of fresh muffins. Use the array to write a related multiplication and division sentence to find the unknown. How many muffins are there in all? So I can do a multiplication sentence, right? When we hear array, we think, oh, that's going to be multiplication. So down here it says, if I do multiplication, I have 3 rows, and how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4 are in each row. And so 3 groups of 4. 3 groups of 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So this would be 12. I could also write a division sentence, right? Because that's what it said I had to do. Write the related multiplication division sentence. So whenever I'm doing division, my dividend is always the greatest number. Until we get to further math, and it's not always going to have to be that way, but for right now, as we're starting to study division, that first number, that dividend, is always going to be the biggest number. So that's going to be a 12. And if I divide it into 3 equal groups, 1, 2, 3 equal groups, I'm going to get 4 in each group. My quotient is 4. So the unknown here is 12. So there are 12 muffins in all. The multiplication sentence multiplies 3 by 4 to get 12. The division sentence undoes the multiplication by dividing 12 by 3 to get 4. There we go. Let's look at another one. Now, a group of related facts using the same numbers is called a fact family. That's just exactly what we talked about on the first slide. Each fact family follows a pattern by using the same numbers. So the fact family with 3, 4, and 12 that we were just looking at the previous slide, I can say 3 times 4 is 12. Using the commutative property, I can flip-flop my factors and say 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, then if I make my quote or my product into my dividend, I can take 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Fact family of 7 and 49, just because if we flip-flopped, if we use the commutative property here, it'd be the same thing. I'd do 7 times 7 is 49 again. And we don't need to write it twice because we only need to write it once. So 7 times 7 is 49, and 49 divided by 7 is 7. So those are called fact families. Here we go, example 2. Complete the fact family for the numbers 3, 6, and 18. So we got 3, 6, and then there are 18 total apples. So first we'd have 3 times 6 is 18. And I can use commutative property and do 6 times 3 is 18. 18 divided by something is 6. Well, I'm missing my 3, so 18 divided by 3 is 6. And 18 divided by 6 is 3. The pattern shows that 3, 6, and 18 are used in each number sentence. Here we go. Use the arrays to find each unknown. So I have something Some groups of 5 are equal to 15. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3 groups of 5. Do they equal 15? Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Yes, they do. So 3 groups of 5. So the box is 3 times 5 is 15. So now if I'm going to use my division sentence, I know that I'm going to put 15 first because it's the greatest number. 15 divided into 3 equal groups equals 5 in each group. That's what it says here. Number 2, 4 times what? 4 times what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 is equal to 24. Let's see, 6 plus 6 is 12. If that's 2 6s, then I just need to do 12 plus 12 for 4 6s, and that will be 24. So, yep, that does work. So 4 times what is equal to 24? Well, we figure out this side is a 6. So the question mark is 6. And then the box, 24 divided by what is 6? So I'm missing the 4 from that fact family. 24 divided into 4 equal groups is 6 in each group. So there we go for that. Write the fact family for 2, 6, and 12. Okay, so I know that 2 groups of 6 are 12. So that means 6 groups of 2 is also 12 because of our friend the commutative property of multiplication. 12 divided by what is what? Now I'm going to look down here and I see this quotient is 2. So that means that this quotient has to be 6. Because we would put the same division problem twice if they both equaled 2, right? So I need to do 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. And then 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2. So there we go for the guided practice. Now this is on your homework, page 275. Use the array to find each unknown. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So this should be 5 here, right? Because I already have a 4, so I need a 5. So the box is equal to 5. And my question mark, something divided by 5 is 4. Well, the biggest number needs to come first, so I'm going to put that 20 there. All right, let's look at this next one. Here I have 4 on this side of the array and 4 on that side of the array. Look at that, 4 times 4. And that equals 16. So I know if I have 4 groups of 4, so the box is 4. It is equal to 16. And therefore my beginning number should be 16 divided into 4 equal groups is 4 in each group. All right, let's look at page 276 here. I just want to do a couple different forms of the problem so that maybe it'll be easier when you get to your independent practice. So if we have the digits 5, 48, and 40, the numbers 5, 48, and 40, I want to write the fact family, here's what I do. So I have 5, 8, and 40. So first I'd say 5 times 8 equals 40. 8 times 5 equals 40, right? We got that commutative property of multiplication. Then if I'm going to write my division problem, I'm going to start with the biggest number. 40 divided by, well, I could start with 5, equals 8, or 40 divided by 8 equals 5. There we go. There's our fact family. And a quick vocabulary check. Draw a line to connect each vocabulary word with its definition. So let's see, the number being divided. So we have the dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. So the number being divided is that first one, the dividend. The biggest number is being divided into smaller groups. That'll be our dividend. A group of related facts that use the same numbers, that's our fact family. The answer to a division problem is the quotient. The number by which a dividend is divided is the divisor. And operations that undo each other are called inverse operations. All right, that's all I have for you for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure you let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help.